Today's going to be a battle. It is, what is it, 8:10? He's just had his medicine. He's already saying no school, no church, no Grantham, no anything basically. He's wise to our tricks at last. He clearly remembers February a lot clearer than we expected him to. I don't really know how we're going to do this. I think our plan at the moment is we're going to get to about 9:15, which is the time when we'd normally take him, offer him the chance to go to the church one more time. If he refuses, at that point we're just going to tell him that he's going to go to school, and he needs to go to school before he gets to do any of the other stuff that he wants to do. So at that point he's going to lose access to the TV, PlayStation, iPad, all of this stuff that he wants to sit at home and use. He's going to not have access to the TV shows he likes to watch, so he's not going to be able to stay at home and watch Frasier and watch Bargain Hunt and you play Lego City Undercover on the PS4 with Anna, all these things that he likes to do on a normal day. If he chooses to stay at home today, he's going to be choosing to stay at home on the basis that he basically has nothing to do, and we're going to try and make school the more attractive of the two options and present him that choice. I don't know how successful it's going to be. We've tried to do this kind of thing in the past and it often backfires, but I'm kind of out of ideas. If we've got no way to get him in the car, we're not going to force him physically. So if we've got no way to get him in the car, we don't have a way to get him to school. So we have to kind of go back to the idea of persuading him that it's the best place to be. It's the place where he'll have the most fun, and the only way we can do that is by making home less fun. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, he hasn't gone to school. I mean, it's only 9:15. We've gone later than this in the past, but I don't think we should be pushing him this hard. I've just sent a very long email to the headmaster and social worker and CAMS and everyone else involved in the process, just basically saying he's improved massively in all other areas of his life since he's been taking his medication. He's much more cooperative when we go out and about. He now attends his residential care without any issue. He goes to doctors and hospital appointments without any issue. He gave blood yesterday, for goodness sake. I don't know how much of this is connected to his anxiety anymore. I don't know how much of it is him just being awkward and refusing to go. They've talked before about it being clinginess towards Anna and not wanting to be apart from her, but he's apart from her when he goes to his residential thing. He was apart from her when they were, I don't think it is that. I think he just doesn't like that school. And I'm very careful about the wording I use there. I don't think he likes that school, because he never had a problem with his primary school. He never had a problem with the other secondary school that he did all his transition stuff with at the end of year 6 and was supposed to be going to until they pulled out at the last minute. And he's never really liked this one. So I've sent a long email, it's like 3 or 4 pages long, explaining exactly how I think our last attempt at a return to school plan should look. I won't bore you with all the details, but I've made my expectations really clear and effectively told them that if they can't meet those expectations, then the time has come for them to finally provide us with the letter that says that they can't meet his needs, because that's the only thing stopping us moving him to school. And this is a ridiculous, yet another bottleneck we've hit up against in this system. The only way we can force through a change of school to another, well, I say to another, this one isn't an autistic specialist school, this is a school for children with learning difficulties he's at the moment. The autistic specialist school down the road, which is slightly further away and was full at the start of year 7, which was why he couldn't go there, even though that's where he did all his transition stuff with and everyone expected him to be going there, and he likes it there, and he used to go to summer school there. But the only way we can force through a move to there is if his current school will put in writing that they can't meet his needs. So I've spoken to the social worker about this, I've spoken to the paediatrician about this. They both agree that this is the way forward. So what I've done is I've put very clearly in writing what his needs are and asked them to meet them. And also in the same document have said, and if you're not able to do this, you can't meet his needs, so please can you confirm that to us, that you can't meet his needs, because then we can move him to a different school. So I don't know whether he's going to have another day at school again this academic year, because I did give them 2 options in the plan. One option involved them sending someone out to get to know him and arrange to be the person who transports him back into school. The other option was, if they're not able to do that, then I can be that person from September, and in the meantime they just have to accept he's not going and basically leave him alone and not keep sending people out to pester him, because that's not achieving anything. So it might not be resolved quickly. It might not be resolved without my input. I might be the person who takes him to school every day, but ultimately that's one of the reasons why I've left work, to give me the option of being able to do that. But I think we are reaching a point where there's going to be a conclusion of some kind. Whether that conclusion is he goes to that school and someone from there comes out and takes him, or he goes to that school and I take him, or they finally admit they can't meet his needs and we get him into the school he should have been going to originally. One of those three things will have happened by Christmas, he says, on the 20th of April. These things don't move quickly. Semi-productive morning. Halfway through editing the video for the Lazy Students Guide. Haven't done a Football Manager thing this morning. Now I have to cut everything short to go to this meeting with a business advisor. Still don't know what a business advisor is, but I'm sure we're about to find out. It looks like there's someone from Andy's school coming out tomorrow morning to start working with him at home, so I can supervise that Friday and Monday. That's a good thing. That was a surprisingly beneficial meeting. Pardon? Apparently, Anna thinks I'm talking to her because she still doesn't understand that we do a vlog. I'm talking to these people. It looks like I've set everything up wrong. So, as of very soon, Lalujo will become Lalujo Limited. We're going to be a limited company, which, according to this fellow I've just spent however long chatting to, that will be better for us financially, based on the business plan, based on the cash flow forecast that we've got in place, based on the level of income we're expecting to bring in. It would be better for us for tax or something. I don't really understand it. He said, don't worry, you don't need to understand it. And didn't take any money off me, told me to go and spend money with somebody else. So unless I've just given money to his brother to set up a limited company, I don't think I've been conned. But it all seems to make sense, and that the ball's rolling on that. Now the one frustration is, it means the business bank account that took us like 6 weeks to open is now basically void, because that was as a sole trader, so we're now going to need to apply for a new one as a limited company. I hate dealing with, I hate dealing with banks. So there's that. Anyway, it is now 2 o'clock. I need to do a Football Manager video. I need to finish editing the Lazy Students Guide video. I need to write the next the next Lazy Students Guide article, and I need to figure out a plan for when I'm going to start writing this book, because that is a problem, because I can't fit that in at the moment, and that's a significant earner on all the plans that we've got, so we need to find a way to fit it in. What? She was still shouting. Don't know how I feel about my new coat. It's very green and doesn't have a detachable hood. But my old coat had an argument with a door and lost, and ended up with one too many holes in it. So I was left with no alternative. Also, in Kev's fashion news, I now have trousers from this century as well. So that's progress. Anna's waving her arms at me. What are you waving on? Apparently I could have used the extra hole for my cameras. We're at the church, by the way, because Anna's finally been to the doctors to get the medication she needed. She couldn't get it from the repeat prescription thing, because we all know about that story from earlier in the week. But she did get a doctor's appointment. We were in there a minute and a half, and this is his reward for going there. We've also agreed he's not going to school tomorrow, but someone from school is coming out. This might be a problem. We all saw how good he was with this earlier in the week, but now he's playing with the lock. Right, come on.
Yeah, home. It's home, right?
Home or school?
Home.
Right, come on then.
No school.
Panic not. We got him out of the church thing fairly easily. He's really not right today though. We don't know if he's just having the the trouble that we predicted earlier in the week because of all this stuff going on at once, and with the medicine he doesn't have as much of an outlet for it because he doesn't have the meltdowns. He hasn't had a meltdown all week, or really for a couple of months, not a proper one, but he is really struggling with being asked to go to school. So we'll see how this goes tomorrow with the person from school coming out. The school have promised that the person who's coming out tomorrow is going to be the person who'll be travelling in with him, and we are going to be working towards getting him travelling into school at some point within the next couple of weeks. So that's positive stuff. She's going to be available every morning, so a couple of hours a day, get him used to her, get him out and about with it. It's a shame it's happening when I'm not going to be there to be involved in it, so Anna has to kind of try and manage all that by herself, but it can't really be helped. The only way I'm going to be able to be fully involved is if we wait until September, and that's no use to anybody. Another big day for him tomorrow. We're going to see the dietitian. Long-time viewers will know he's on a massively restricted diet. Basically just eats salt and vinegar crisps and Rice Krispies with custard, and that's it. So it'll be interesting to see what the dietitian has to say. The CAMS nurse who came with us yesterday to see the paediatrician is coming with us again. It's basically in the same room, I think, so hopefully she'll be just as helpful as she was on Wednesday. Lots of stuff going on again, and on top of all that I'm trying to start a new series on the gaming channel where if you want to have your say on what game I play, go to lelujo.fm/vote. I'm at Tesco because we've run out of Dr Pepper, which means if I don't buy some now before they close, he won't take his medicine at all tomorrow. So with that in mind, I need to go and buy Dr Pepper. If you've enjoyed today's video, please make sure you pop a like on there for us. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching.